Detroit Tigers, who are nearing opening day. We got a starting rotation competition that's going to come down to the wire. I believe, and correct me if you have a different opinion, I think the last two rotation spots for the Tigers are going to come down to Casey Mize, who pitched yesterday, Matt Manning, or Reese Olson, all right-handed pitchers. How would you finish up building this starting rotation? Who are you sending down to AAA to start the year?
Yeah, man, I'm excited for the Tigers season, man. First and foremost, we all got to figure out the Javi Baez conundrum. I say you bet him ninth and you just bury him. The least amount of at-bats that he gets this year, I think that improves your offense dramatically. And he's taking away at-bats from young individuals. What a spring. Those numbers are terrible. Oh, my God, what a problem to have is that you got a guy that you're paying big money to. But I think the strength of the team is going to be the starting rotation. And, man, I think currently leaders in the clubhouse are Mize and Manning. Manning to me, and we'll talk about Mize here in a second, Manning to me is interesting because he's got that bulldog mentality. And you see a young pitcher that just struggled at times with confidence and command, but you see when he's on, oh my goodness, does he feature stuff that you say this is a big league pitcher, but he just hasn't. And at that spot, you realize pitchers just take time to develop, and he just got to develop that consistency where the coaching staff can put him out there every fifth day and not get knocked around. There were too many times in 2023 where he only pitched a couple innings, got knocked around a little bit, but then he'd follow it up with another start where it'd be stellar. And you've seen a couple appearances in the spring where he looked like a bulldog. And I think that, if he can put it all together, he can be an asset. Casey Mize, man, I'm thankful that he's back. Those Tommy John, when you hear those words for a young pitcher, you just go, man, this is a player that was expected to be a bulldog and a top pitching prospect for your organization. And to have a setback, now the procedures are better. Pitchers do tend to come back and they have an opportunity maybe even to be a little bit stronger. But at the same token, the fear is, look at Spencer Turnbull. He was a bulldog, had a perfect game, or had a no-hitter situation in which he had a stellar outing. And you look at what he ended up being, he's not with the organization, I believe, any longer. So Casey Mize, I think he's got that bulldog attitude. I think he can be a pitcher that you just saw recently had a stellar outing. I think he deserves an opportunity to be on this team. But early on, man, pitchers, it's all mental. Early on, coming back from an injury like that, you got to trust your arm. You got to trust the rehab process. And for those kind of injuries, you just never know how it impacts velocity and control and spin rates. So I'm just very curious to see how this pitching staff looks. But at the top, man, I just think that you got a good situation in regards to the starting pitching with the Tigers. It's going to be the offense, again, that's going to be like, hey, can this offense support some of the pitching staff talent that you got?